69 yards, 3 touchdowns. It took me 21 catches just to get 210 yards. This dude is amazing. We talk about the top wide receivers in the NFL. I never mention his name. It's time for me to respect this kid and how amazing he is. Great job.
There you go.
Yes, I
Love
guess.
it.
I'm in on it.
Uh-oh, Wilds.
Matthew Adams, Colts defense. When I retire from the NFL, I'm picking up the boxing gloves. Hey, I'm all for it. Expand your horizons. Problem is, the following game on this punt, he gets blocked pretty well. Like saying, oh, what's my plan here? I'm getting blocked by number 49. How about this? The old Wilds move. 1, 2, and then start running. Fight and flight. A lot of people think it's an either or. It's fight and flight. But here's the thing. The following tweet, he follows up with this tweet. Hey, I've definitely been practicing that simple club swim football move that got me ejected today. Just trying to do the simple things better than anyone else. Life isn't fair. Just keep your head up, which I agree with, but you can't punch people in the head. But it is a fair retort, Brandon. Just a club move.
Hey, Wilds. Wilds.
Yeah, buddy.
Check your phone, because I just sent you a Venmo request for $50 and a Saturday night of my time. Show Wilds. America deserves to see Wilds' shame here. Wilds was the single #1 promoter for this event.
I know.
For months. He was, oh, Tyson's back. Oh, Tyson fight a shark. Tyson fight Lomachenko. Tyson fight anybody. Oh, we got to do it. So Saturday night, I'm like, hey, Triller, here's $50. My wife wants to watch movies. Nope, we got to watch this. And it was the single worst event I've ever seen in my life. Kevin Wilds, you owe me $50. You also owe my wife a Saturday night.
You didn't like the Nate Robinson
you entirely.
Fight? What about Nate Robinson?
I like none of it.
Jenna, I was promoting this when there was no sports, if you remember. It's when there was no sports. I was saying, let's do this. And it got pushed into a football Friday or whatever it was. It wasn't good for Nate Robinson.
Speaking of football, football's not the only Thanksgiving tradition. The annual dog show, Best in Show, takes place over that Thanksgiving weekend. I love this. I don't even have a dog, and I love watching this thing so much. So how do you put on a national sporting event? You know, in these crazy times, you do it the same way that football and basketball did it, with virtual fans, cutout fans in the stands. And who are the biggest fans of dog shows? Other dogs. There are other dogs in the stands. I love this so much. Not dogs with their owners or dogs on a leash. These are dogs that came together. They were sitting down together. You gonna get a popcorn? Let me get a small popcorn and a Diet Coke. Dogs that are like, we're looking 2 seats. As you save in that seat, is that 1 seat? I'm here with my other breeds of dogs. All dogs, different dogs, poorly cut out, and there's a cat stuck in there. It is so fantastic on so many levels. I literally could not get enough. I found myself. There's a man, and a dog, and a cat. It's so great. I was cracking up. All right, let's head to Denver for the Saints. Taysom Hill making a second start at quarterback, which was an enviable position for the Broncos, who had no quarterbacks, all out due to COVID-related issues. Advantage, I don't know, Saints, I guess. I mean, they did win easily, 31-3. It wasn't a great encore performance from Taysom Hill, though. 9 of 16, 78 yards, threw a pick, also ran in 2 touchdowns. So, Brandon, what'd you make of Taysom Hill's performance in this one?
Definitely not sexy. And it was actually the performance I expected last week. You know, I thought Taysom did a good job of doing what he does best, and that's being a bully and making plays. I actually thought the star was Coach Sean Payton. To rely on Taysom in the running game, the sweeps, his play calling, and just the game plan overall, I thought was genius. Now, as a wide receiver, this is definitely not the game you want to be in.
No.
100%. I would definitely not want to be in this situation as a wide receiver. Obviously, we want to touch the ball. But when you think about the Saints, Coach Payton does a great job of getting everyone in that city to believe that the only goal is the Super Bowl. Other teams, we talk about it all the time. Let's win a division, and then we'll go into the Super Bowl. For them, it's Super Bowl or bust. So when you think about the way they set up this game plan, it was just to win the game. No quarterback on the other side. Hey, let's just lean into what we do. Let's not mess this one up. This is a layup for us, Nick. We're not going to miss this. We got an easy win here. They have no quarterback on the other side. Let's just do what we do best, and they did that. They relied on their defense, Demario Davis, and Taysom Hill running the ball.
Yeah, so you know the old parable or paradox, if a tree falls in the woods and no one's there to hear it, doesn't make a sound. And if an NFL game is played where neither team has a quarterback, does it actually count? The answer is yes, evidently. It counts for a Saints win. And so, listen, good for the Saints, but this experiment has to end or it's going to cost them the 1 seed. You can't keep pretending that letting Taysom Hill cosplay as a quarterback is going to actually help you get to what Brandon just said is the only thing that matters, a Super Bowl. The most direct path there is the 1 seed, and Taysom Hill can't throw, takes way too many sacks, in a game where it was just don't turn the ball over and we'll win, still turn the ball over. Like, come on. Was he as
won
bad
the game,
as
Nick.
the practice
They won the
squad?
game. What's the goal?
Brandon, Brandon, according to you, the Saints' only goal is the Super Bowl. You said that 90 seconds ago. So if the goal is the Super Bowl, then this make-believe with Taysom Hill ain't getting you there. If they were playing any other team in the league yesterday, they'd have been in trouble.
Listen, all you want your backup quarterback to do when they're inserted into the game plan is to keep everything together. Just don't mess it up. He's doing that. They're winning games while Drew Brees is healing up. Yes, 100%. I don't care how you get it done. Just please get me in a good position. Keep my team together while I get healthy. That is what Drew Brees is saying. Drew Brees will be back in a couple weeks. I don't care how we get it done. If our goal is to win the Super Bowl, just get us there.
Right, but
Brandon, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, Wilds. Go ahead, Wilds. Sorry.
Brandon, no, it's all right. I'm jumping in. Brandon, if Sean Payton called you up or texted you, let's say old school called you up, and he said, Brandon, I'm torn this week. We're going up against the Falcons and Matt Ryan, who can throw up a lot of points on the board. And I've got Jameis Winston sitting here on the bench, following up a 78-yard performance from Taysom Hill through the air. Who should I start?
Well, the answer is, first of all, before we even do it, I'm going to say, Coach, our defense is playing lights out. Demario Davis should be inserted in the MVP, the Defensive Player of the Year conversation.
Okay.
This defense, second half of their seasons, they always trend in the right direction. Hold on, Wiles. I'm going to answer your question.
I know.
I'm going.
No, it's not Wiles. It's Sean Payton. It's Sean Payton. It's Sean Payton. I just want the answer on the quarterbacks. I can put you on the line with the defensive coordinator in a second. Who do you want for quarterback?
Yeah,
Brandon?
the answer is this. I can't answer that question. I'm not in those meetings. I don't know how Jameis is developing. I don't know. I'm going to say, Coach, I trust you that you're going to go with the better quarterback, the quarterback that can put us in position to win. My defense is playing lights out, so all the pressure isn't on our offensive guy. We don't need to put up 40-something points to win the game.
But
we don't need to do that. So I'm going to go with the quarterback that give me the best opportunity to win. Do we know who that is? Do we know who Jameis is today? We don't know
it's
that.
not
We can't
Taysom.
answer that question.
I do.
Nick, what difference does it make as long as you know that whoever that person is a placeholder until Drew Brees gets back? Is he making the team worse?
Because
as long as he keeps winning, if you're Sean Payton, throw him out there. Then if he loses, you know you still have an opportunity to maybe try Jameis Winston out. They're still they're winning. They're not getting worse.
The game.
I don't know. Well, okay, let me answer all of this. What else do I want for the guy? A solitary career touchdown pass would be a good start. Because the last time he threw a touchdown, he was playing for BYU. So let's start there. Not having the second fewest yards passing of any starting quarterback. The only guy you beat was the wide receiver practice squad kid who was going against you that week. That would be step 2. And step 3 is this, and this is where I blame Kevin Wildes and his ilk. This is, and Jenna, that is a separate game. We're talking about separate things. Let's stay right here if we can. Wilds, this is why quarterback wins and your ilk that proselytize about it is so damaging. Well, he won, so he must have played well. It was an
They were up. What do you want them to do? It's about game plan. It's about game plan. If you have a team with no quarterback on the other side, you take the lead, right? And you're playing in Mile High's the conditions. They're a dome team. Why would you go in there and throw the ball away, throw the ball around when you're up 14, 16 points, 20-something points? Why would you throw the ball around?
Be honest here. I'm not asking him to throw the ball around, but he did throw 16 passes. Be honest with me. Did those 16 pass attempts look good to you? Did he look like anything close to a quarterback? Okay, exactly. You know it. Come on. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are we doing?
All right. Guys, speaking of quarterbacks who got the win, but it came over a weak opponent, Baker Mayfield. As the Browns barely beat a one-win Jaguars team yesterday, it did